Shalom and blessings, warriors of Yahuah and the truth. If you haven't yet, please like, subscribe, and share down below. And there's a donation link for my ministry in the description box. You can do a subscription donation for any amount, one time per month, that's recurring, or you can do a one-time donation. And you can use the same link to order or pre-order a set of seats. It takes me usually between 1 and 3 days to get them made for you guys, because it takes me about 3 hours or 3.5 hours to make one set. But you can have them customized however you like. In the scriptures, there's a few different places where they talk about seats. One place it says techelet, which is violet. So I did in all different shades of purple for one person that wanted a customized set, and she wanted them a lot longer, so I made them longer. And you can't lick that bean. And I also just made another set for someone else that wanted them to be just the regular length or shorter. And sometimes they end up with one braid on the bottom, sometimes they end up with 2 or 3. The first couple sets I ever made came out with 3 braids on the bottom. I think it depends which side I start on the knot to make the braided loop. I think I have to start on the longer side so that I have enough to make the extra braid or 2. But if you guys want any, just let me know in the comments, and we'll exchange information, and you can just send the payment to the PayPal through the donation link. Okay. Sorry for the long introduction. I was talking fast so that I could get through the introduction a little bit faster and cut it down from 3 minutes to at least 2. Okay. Now we're going to start with BYNV, and we are going to continue on with Barashith to Genesis. We are on chapter 47. Then Yusuf went and spoke to Pharaoh and said, "My father and my brothers, their flocks and their herds, and all that they possess have come from the land of Canaan. And see, they are in the land of Goshen." And he took 5 men from among his brothers and presented them to Pharaoh. And Pharaoh said to his brothers, "What is your occupation?" And they said to Pharaoh, "Your servants are shepherds, both we and also our fathers." And they said to Pharaoh, "We have come to dwell in the land because there is no pasture for your servants' flocks, for the scarcity of food is severe in the land of Canaan. And now please let your servants dwell in the land of Goshen." And Pharaoh spoke to Yusuf, saying, "Your father and your brothers have come to you. The land of Natsarim, or Egypt, is before you. Settle your father and brothers in the best of the land. Let them dwell in the land of Goshen. And if you know of capable men among them, then make them chief herdsmen over my livestock." And Yusuf brought in his father Yaakov and set him before Pharaoh. And Yaakov blessed or Baruch Pharaoh. And Pharaoh said to Yaakov, "How old are you?" And Yaakov said to Pharaoh, "The yomim of the years of my travels are 130 years. Few and evil have been the yomim of the years of my life, and they have not reached the yomim of the years of the life of my father in the yomim of their sojournings." And Yaakov blessed Pharaoh and went out from before Pharaoh. So Yusuf settled his father and his brothers and gave them a possession in the land of Mizraim, in the best of the land, in the land of Rameses, as Pharaoh had commanded. And Yusuf provided his father and his brothers and all his father's household with bread for the mouth of the little ones. Now there was no bread in all the land, because the scarcity of food was very severe. And the land of Mizraim and the land of Canaan became exhausted from the scarcity of food. And Yusuf gathered up all the silver that was found in the land of Mizraim and the land of Canaan for the grain which they bought. And Yusuf brought the silver into Pharaoh's house. And when the silver was all spent in the land of Mizraim and in the land of Canaan, all the Mizrahites came to Yusuf and said, "Give us bread, for why should we die in your presence? For the silver is gone, And Yusuf said, "Give your livestock, and I give you bread for your livestock, if the silver is gone." So they brought their livestock to Yusuf, and Yusuf gave them bread in exchange for the horses, and for the flocks they owned, and for the herds they owned, and for the donkeys. Thus he fed them with bread in exchange for all their livestock that year. And when that year had ended, they came to him the next year and said to him, "We do not hide from my master that our silver is all spent, and my master also has the livestock we owned. There has not any been left before my master, but our bodies and our land. Why should we die before your eyes, both we and our land? Buy us and our land for bread, and let us and our land be servants of Pharaoh. And give us seed, and let us live and not die, and let the land not lie waste." And Yusuf bought the entire land of Mitzrayim for Pharaoh, because every man of the Mitzrites sold his field, because the scarcity of food was severe upon them. And the land came to be Pharaoh's, and as for the people, he moved them into the cities from one end of the borders of Mitzrayim to the other end. Only the ground of the priests he did not buy, for the priests had portions allotted to them by Pharaoh, and they ate their portions which Pharaoh gave them. Therefore they did not sell their ground. And Yusuf said to the people, "Look, I have bought you and your land today from Pharaoh. Look, here is seed for you, and you shall sow the land, and it shall be that in the harvest you shall give 1/5 to Pharaoh, and 4/5 is your own, as seed for the field and for your food, for those of your households, and as food for your little ones." And they said, "You have saved our lives. Let us find favor in the eyes of my master, and we shall become Pharaoh's servants." And Yusuf made it a law over the land of Mitzrayim to this yom, that Pharaoh should have 1/5, except for the ground of the priests only, which did not become Pharaoh's. And Yasharal dwelt in the land of Mitzrayim, in the land of Goshen, and they had possessions there, and bore fruit, and increased exceedingly. And Yaakov lived in the land of Mitzrayim 17 years. So the length of Yaakov's life was 147 years. And the time for Yasharal to die drew near. And he called his son Yusuf and said to him, "Now if I have found favor in your eyes, please put your hand under my thigh. Please do not bury me in Mitzrayim, but I shall lie with my fathers. And you shall take me up out of Mitzrayim and bury me in their burial space." And he said, "I do as you have said." And he said, "Swear to me." And he swore to him, and Yasharal bowed himself on the head of the bed. The placing of the hands under the thigh was an oath taken on the future generations, still in the testes of a man, thus the term testament. Next time we will be reading Genesis Barashith 48. There are 3 more chapters in Genesis. I love you all, and so does Bella. We love you all. Hold on, my computer says that the battery saver will turn on if I don't plug it in. Okay. We love you all with an everlasting love, as our Abba Yahuah and the Shamayim loves each and every one of us. And ready, babe? Okay. And now is my favorite part. It is time to praise Yahuah. Okay. So we're going to sing His name is Yahuah. Yod Hey U Hey, Yod Hey U Hey, Yod Hey U Shenayin, Yod Hey U Shenayin. His name is the stone the builders rejected. He is the chief cornerstone, the name above all names. How could they, how dare they, hide his Kodesh name and bring it to show us? How dare they change the Shabbat when we were told to guard it and keep it as Kodesh? Yod hey ooh hey, Yod hey ooh hey, Yod hey ooh shenehem, Yod hey ooh shenehem. Yahuah said, love your neighbors, I have loved you. Keep my commands, stay honorable and true. Anyone, all my children, come unto me and graft into the vine, and I shall call you mine. I shall be your father, your Abba. I call you my sons and daughters. My door is open to you, and you will never be alone. You will never be alone again. Yod hey ooh hey, Yod hey ooh hey, Yod hey ooh shenehem, Yod hey ooh shenehem. I will wipe away all the tears that you cry, and I will chase all your fears all away. Hallelujah, hallelujah, Husha. Hallelujah, hallelujah, Yahuah. Shalom and blessings, warriors of the Yahuah and the truth. Until next time. Love you. We love you.